Good morning, everyone. I wanted to do a quick installation video on the Kubota 40 series guard. This guard's a little bit more tricky to install due to the fact that these sidebars are angled inward by about 10 degrees. So our typical guards with the 90-degree bends formed into them wouldn't work on this. So to solve that problem, we designed a bracket on either side that matches the bend on the factory guard. So to get started, I installed this one bracket on the left side, just barely snug, so it could still slide a little bit, but it's not going to flop around. On this side, I left these completely loose, and you'll see why once I get to mounting it on the factory guard. I started by mounting this to, in this case, my log splitter. It was something rigid. It's not going to move around on me. You could easily do it on a tractor as well, but it may be easier just for access to tighten everything up to take it off and mount it on something rigid. So we'll start by putting it up here. The side that's a little more snug, I'm going to insert first. The other side, I'll bend the tab in slightly since it can pivot, and I'm just going to set it down there for now. I'm just going to come around the back side and take a couple of these spring clamps with the rubber grips. These work great for installing basically any guard that I manufacture. I'm going to put it into approximate position so it matches up with all the factory bends. I'll put another one over here. Looks like everything's lined up pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and just snug these up a little more. So what I've done is just made sure the guard fits well around all the bends on the factory guard. I left the top so it's just barely in line with that upper bar that goes across, just for added support. And I've tightened my clamps up just a hair. So now I'm going to go ahead and mark the holes to be drilled. You'll see these holes are slotted, so there's a little bit of play for fine-tuning it once you get the holes drilled, as well as these holes are slotted, so these brackets can go in and out slightly if needed. So once I got my holes marked, I loosened up 3 of the bolts on the one side to enable me to be able to pull the guard out. Now I'm just going to center punch each of the holes so my drill doesn't wander on me. I recommend starting with a smaller bit, maybe 1/8 inch in diameter, and then stepping up to the 3/8 drill size. Got all my holes drilled. I put the guard back in place. I'm just going to pop in the 4 supplied 3/8 button head cap screws. For now, I'm gonna just kind of snug up each of the bolts a little bit at a time just to make sure my alignment's still good. So once I got everything all snugged up, I fine-tuned the guard so it was square and even all around it as far as the gaps go and everything. And then I went ahead and tightened the 3/8 bolts on either side, the 4 bolts. And then I added washers to the back of the 1/4-inch bolts, snugged those up, made sure the guard was still square and in line with everything, and then did a final tightening. And here's the finished product. As you can see, everything's nice and even around the factory guard. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments regarding other installations, feel free to give me a call or send me a message. All the information is on my Facebook page, 511 Designs, as well as 511designs with a Z.com. Thank you very much and have a great day.